So I think King's been supposed to be the backup for that.
Right,
So,
right.
Don't be surprised if you're with him at some point.
Okay. Yeah, I have the entirety of round 0.
Yep.
So. Wait, is it back? Wait, it's back.
All right.
Guys,
Look,
we fixed it.
I've heard
we
we
fixed
may
the
be back.
issues.
Is this true?
Let's go.
I'm going to try to get the YouTube chat up because, we
And
like your YouTube chat.
unfortunately, the game that happened during the outage won't count. So this will be This will be the start.
Yep.
So unfortunate too, because that could have been such a great countdown from Hank Rogers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So,
Yes.
so we are going to have to restart game
Yes.
number 1, which not quite sure how it was going for them. Because once everything went down on OBS, we lost the feed on the live screen too. So looks like we are just about ready. Looks like we're
just waiting
about
for
to get a countdown. So
yep, just waiting for a thumbs up. Oh, all good? Okay.
So we're all set. Let's go ahead and count them down
Down
for game number 1 in 3, 2,
2,
1.
Tetris.
I love Violet doing the 3, 2, 1 on screen there.
Oh, Hydrants isn't working. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Oh,
that's fine.
Hydrant misses the double tuck.
Yeah, I tried that. I got that once, and it surprised me so much I couldn't do anything else. I topped out.
Yeah, and actually, a little bit of a fun fact. This is actually possible with DAS. You have to quick tap you have to quick tap whatever piece you want to double tuck in, and that is one of the sort of ways that DAS and like the higher speeds with rolling are actually even.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we did not get to see that today. So
it's hard to do. It's frame perfect.
It is really hard. So,
but yeah, we have pretty good start so far. Evesy with a bit of a lead over Hydrant as he has cleared the mess.
Otherwise known as Player 5.
Yes.
Yeah, we're still fixing up the player names here. It looks like everybody except for Hydrant Dude is normal, so.
Hydrant's name
is Player 5. And, so while these players are safe, let's go ahead and sort of talk about each of these players here. Starting with the top match, we have Hydrant versus Evesy. Both of them have picked up rolling. Eve, I believe, is doing both hyper tapping and rolling, right?
Yes, currently a hybrid player.
And
I imagine we might get a little bit of a view of that at some point, I would hope, but we'll see.
Yeah, so Hydrant Dude, we all know, longtime veteran, sort of, I think also does a lot in sort of like dissecting the Tetris game logic, right?
Yeah, he's got a lot of cool videos over on his YouTube channel with like these little animated teas, and he talks about things such as like why colors happen and how the RNG system works, and it's very technical, but it's done in a way that people can understand. So and definitely something to check out.
Yeah, and it's basically all thanks to like Hydrant and sort of like that team that we understand game crash. We understand there's a little fun fact, which is, did you know that you cannot get more than 4 long bars in a row?
Mm-hmm. But you can get as many squares as the game wants to give you.
Yes. So there's little RNG quirks that are like.
Oh, hold on. Floxay was getting high, but did get a long bar down the right side for the Tetris, so she should be okay.
Okay, perfect pieces here. Just needs a long bar. Hep's also getting up high.
Yeah, a bit of a drought forming, but it's very short. They both survive.
Both start surviving. That is a little bit frustrating, just having to get up high with just no long bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 320 for Hydrant, 270 for Evesy, and on the bottom, Floxay ahead by a Tetris, 379 to 356.
So going back to our top match, So Hydrant Dude, obviously, longtime veteran, has a PB of 2 million, which is 35th in the world. So that is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and of course, known as the first person to roll over the game to get 1.6 million points. Did that under his Jounce alias back in the day.
Yeah, which was like a big deal back in the day. Like everybody, like obviously now we have like it's like Blue Scooty, Alex T, getting all of those like rollovers left and right. But back in the day, that was a big deal because at that point, I believe the world record was 1.4 million, right?
Yeah. So it was very exciting to see the game be pushed that much. And of course, eventually we ended up getting Eric's Colors game, and then we get the 39 super kill screen implemented, and the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah. So it's basically like Hydrant has a lot to do with just sort of where the scene is now.
Bit of a misdrop there for Evesy, but that should be relatively...
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's not going to come down cleanly, unfortunately, so this will be a bit of a dig, and Hydrant has the lead by about 2 Tetrises, and we are approaching level 19.
That L is perfect for Eve. Just needs
that was
something
not
here.
a good
Needs a square and a long bar.
Yeah, this is not solvable cleanly at this point. Oh, very
nice,
That
is
though.
Beautiful. What?
Very minimal burns.
So beautiful.
And is finally going to get the right side open. Just needs a bar as Hydrant scores a Tetris. 511 for Hydrant, 422 for Evesy. On the bottom, 550 for Heps, 533 for Floxy. Floxy is ahead in line, so lead's a bit bigger than it looks.
Yeah, but still pretty close at the bottom.
And here we go, level 19.
Floxy goes in at 558.
But
misses that L to the right.
Was probably going for an L tuck there. Now needs a bar. Where is the bar? 14-piece
bar.
Bar shows up.
Barely.
Boom, Tetris. And Floxy will stay alive.
That is not safe at all, though. Needs to get pieces to the left to burn this down.
It's going to be hard to bring this down, too. But she's starting on it.
Is maintaining a lot of discipline here.
Meanwhile, up top, Hydrant, 109,000 point lead on level 20.
Yeah, massive lead for Hydrant Dude right here, which is definitely what he wants. Because not only does he have that sort of like level no, but
hold up a second. This is going to be a little difficult to burn out of.
That is tricky. One wrong piece can kill him right now.
And a lot of those pieces were not right. 26-piece drought. And he looks like he's going to get out of this. Hydrant saving the board there.
Okay, needs
but
something
still needs something for the left.
Gets it.
All right, there we go.
Something else to the right. I mean, to the left.
Ooh, dependency.
Oh.
And this will keep going. A long bar at the right time there,
Beautiful long bar.
Ooh, close.
But actually, look on the right. Eve is also getting up high, and it looks like she might still be tapping. So this is a little bit of a tall order, but gets the right pieces, gets that piece all the way to the left. Oh, my God.
Floxy in trouble as well. 17 drought could be causing some trouble. Heps has taken an over 100,000 point lead.
Yeah,
but she's got the right side open.
In a second, Heps has taken advantage of Floxy's dig, and but Heps with a misdrop on the right.
Oh, Hydrant, yeah, that is a big wall.
Yeah, can he get a long bar? Gets it over.
Easily.
And another one.
Violet getting that long bar down for the triple, and it's going to get that right side open, but this lead is now up to 170,000 points. And she's got a lot of work to do here, and level 29 is right around the corner.
And keep in mind that level 29 is not free. So
Easy with a bit of a misdrop. Going to get the bar down the right side, though. It's going to open up one of those holes.
And at the top, also a massive lead for Hydrant right now, which is... So Eve is probably going to want to switch to rolling and I guess hope that Hydrant tops out now so that she has a much safer shot at beating it.
Oh, Heps in a little trouble here right before the max out.
This is exactly what Floxy needs right now.
Yeah, but it's starting to look like she's going to need 29 because she's at 223. Only 7 lines to go before the kill screen where speeds will double. There's the max out for Heps. There's the max out for Hydrant. Hydrant into 29 at 1,039,000.
And it looks like Eve has switched to rolling. I think those pieces are moving a little bit faster.
Yeah, Easy is just trying to survive. A little bit of a misdrop there.
And
Floxy's board's like breaking down, and Heps will take game number 1.
Yeah, Heps is going to be good for game number 1. And let's
up top,
kill screen
Easy.
at the top.
Easy still trying to stay alive here. Needs to get stuff over to the left.
Waiting for the right pieces.
Okay, good burn. Nice 5 tap.
Needs a...
but
doesn't
can't
get that square.
And the left side will be cut off, and Hydrant will also take game number 1.
So GG is massive leads on the left side. That was sort of what carried them to that victory.
Yes.
As you saw, not a lot of kill screen play.
Yeah, not only was it not a lot of kill screen, but also they had the leads going into 29 as well. So
yeah, and that it shows that it's that. Oh,
go ahead, get them started. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So yeah, when you're trailing going into 29, the pressure is really on.
Yeah.
Because one mistake and you're going to be done, and you
so,
still have to play aggressive to catch up.
And that's why it's so, we have, that sort of, advantage that players like Dangler have is just, being able to transition consistently with, 1.2 or 1.3 million into 29. Mm-hmm. That makes the level 29 a whole lot easier.
A bit of a misdrop there. Hep's missing a 5 tap left, but we'll get a bar over it. We'll have to do some burning to get out of this.
Not the end of the world. It's just immediately clean. Wow.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, Snap just burned down back to the bottom. Really great, efficient solve from Heps there.
Very quick. But he's playing against perfection at the moment. 5 for 5 is Floxy.
And a pushdown point, which we all know that is Sidnev's thing, who unfortunately couldn't make it this year. So sort of Sidnev's legacy living on with that one pushdown point. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hydrant went 6 for 6 as well. So Hydrant with a big lead up top is Floxy's board getting into a little bit of a situation with a 20 drought and counting.
And Floxy also having to dig, gets that long bar.
Yeah. Okay, that was it. That was good. Gets the L, and we'll open up the right side, and boom, Tetris for Floxy. Meanwhile, up top, Hydrant is just running away with it early on. Has about a 3.5 Tetris lead in pace, but has a really weird burn to make here. But gets it done. Very nice.
Very well done from Hydrant. Currently 210 for Hydrant, 154 for Eve. So a little bit of a lead showing right now for Hydrant. Maybe it could be the rolling playing a little bit of an advantage here.
Indeed. Floxy, a misdrop to the left.
Oh,
she's going to have to get something over that somehow.
That is precarious.
Get some good pieces, actually, but that L over there is not going to help much. But now is getting this down a little bit.
Gets that L all the way to the left.
Oh, that T's perfect. And this board is coming down. Floxy survives.
Avoids topping out on level 18.
Okay, I cannot
for now.
that, yeah.
For now. But making good work of the stack for the moment. Let's just hope that
bar dependency.
Keep it going.
Covered the well just as the bar showed up. A respect 18 moment, yeah.
Yeah. 18 is not easy for anyone. Oh, those are not great pieces.
Well, this just got spicy.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh,
no, that's
dead drop of the T will probably
yeah, that's
do it.
gonna be done.
Heps will be up 2-0.
Really unfortunate pieces at the very end for Floxy. means that Heps is now 1 game away from taking it and moving on to the top 32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, up top, Hydrant has an 80,000 point lead, a little more than halfway through level 18.
But his board is not the best right now, not Tetris ready.
Yeah, that S was nasty. And
nice
put
S-spin.
an S spin where a T spin was supposed to go. Man. Tetris for Evesy. And Evesy has almost
close that
fought
gap.
all the way back and is looking to take the lead here, and will do so with this Tetris.
Yes. Now Eve is in the lead. Hydrant still can't score Tetrises, so...
All right, let's go ahead, count down the bottom. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Oh, a little bit of a misdrop for Eve,
Yeah.
which... Since Hydrant is clean now, that means that Hydrant might be able to take that advantage back, that Eve scoring those Tetrises while he was digging, but now sort of returning the favor a little.
Oh, this should be a fairly quick clean out, though.
Yeah, looking a lot better than the board that Hydrant had for his dig.
JL combo there was perfect.
Yeah,
And
beautiful,
Evesy's out of
beautiful.
So.
And there's a Tetris for Eve. Hydrant at 454, so sorry about that. Eve at 421, so
Level 19.
Kind of neck and neck.
478 transition for Hydrant. You know, at this level, you usually see higher transitions, but sometimes the pieces just don't allow it. So
Yeah, and
with both players getting into a dig, neither of them's going to hit a 500 transition. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what your transition is. It matters that you have more points than your opponent.
Yeah, and so it matters just the stat. Oh, no.
Oh, no, that's a bad misdrop from Evesy.
And it looks like...
Not going for the flat burn with a bar there, but he is able to fill out the left side.
Did she switch to rolling? Those pieces are looking... Okay,
Maybe.
she nodded. I think that means that, yes.
And she has gotten all the way to the bottom. That was scary. Great dig from Evesy.
Yeah,
Boom,
great
Tetris.
roll switch there from Eve. Wow.
Man.
Like, that... Being able to switch to the faster playing style so quickly to just maneuver.
Double flip.
Oh, no, but...
All right, 27. Well, there we go.
Oh, no. And this is not the best pieces to be getting right now.
Bar will show up.
That is going to burn, but...
That was actually a really nice solve there with the delayed burn. However, this is not looking good now. Oh, and that's it.
No.
Easy done at 520. Hydrant at 691. Will be good, and we'll take a 2-0 lead.
Oh, so two sort of earlier top outs here in both games. One on 18, one on level 22. So showing you that it's level 18 and 19 isn't always free for these players. It's like it takes a lot of skill to sort of manage the pieces at those heights, and Eve definitely made a really solid effort, but it just wasn't quite there. So Hydrant is now up 2-0, 1 game away from taking it and moving on to the top 32.
Indeed. Meanwhile, on the bottom, Floxy's got a bit of a lead here, 372 to 311. That is a really nice score, that 395 there right now at 77 lines.
Yeah, and that is looking like, I think, like around 700K transition is like barely possible if you don't burn at all. But like it looks like Floxy is going to burn a little, playing it really safe. So maybe not quite that 700K transition, that coveted 700K transition, but okay.
We are ready to count it down on the top here, so let's start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Match point for Hydrant here. So looking very good. Eve going to have to probably turn it on here to take it to a game number 5.
Yeah. Of course, Hydrant, as we mentioned yesterday, very experienced former top 8 player. Yeah, can perform under pressure, so it's going to be hard to come back from this for Evesy.
But you can't count Eve out. Eve's still a very, very talented player. Like, anything can happen. As you said, ELO, like those ELO rankings, which sort of show how skilled they are, shows that they're very close. And so, like, Eve can definitely pull something out, but it is definitely going to be a tough task here for Eve.
Wow, look at those S's over on the left for Floxy. They were up to like row 19 for a second there.
That is insane. And that does help with those 5 taps to the left. The 5 taps, probably one of the trickiest things to do with rolling.
All right, so 40,000 point lead for Hydrant. And it's neck and neck on the bottom. And
actually,
about to hit level 19 on the bottom. Hep's going to clean up the board before going in. So 554, 579 for Floxy.
This is neck and neck. And so sorry, I got distracted by what was going on Classic Tetris 1. It looks like there's like a pretty close finish. Well, it was okay.
All right. So 606 Floxy, 582 for Heps. Both players looking for a bar, but looks like we're in a bit of a drought. Long bar does show up for the Tetris.
Yeah, both of them pretty clean right now. Just so long as nothing too serious happens, this could be a really solid game.
Yeah, they are piece for piece on the bottom as well as the same piece spawning. 660 to 637 is less than a Tetris. Boom Tetris for Floxy. Hep's getting a little beat up here. I don't know if he missed the 5-tap or was trying something else, or 4-tap rather, sorry.
Needs that drought.
Yeah,
gets the right pieces to open up the well.
Okay,
gets
long
the bar
shows. Boom Tetris. Both players get a Tetris there. 2.5 Tetris lead for Floxy.
Yeah.
And I think that I feel like we're not getting a drought counter for Heps, so.
Yeah. Wonder if that's just like a capture issue or something. Huh.
Yeah. So we'll just have to keep an eye on Floxy's side to know if there's a drought or not.
Heps at 721 now, finally back down to the bottom, but not quite Tetris ready. And still not Tetris ready with that long bar. Just one Mino short, but finally gets another Tetris. But Floxy keeping up that lead. Just 870, 904 on level 25. This is going to be an insane score into level 29 if she can keep this up.
Yeah, this is already an excellent pace. We're looking at a 26 max out potentially for Floxy. And if she can keep this lead, can definitely force a game 4 up top. We got a drought going on. They're both fairly low on the board, though. So.
No, but gets that long bar over to the left. Oh, my God.
Floxy in a little bit of trouble here.
Tap.
Needs that bar and gets the bar.
For that triple. Heps, though, also getting in a little trouble.
Oh, not the right pieces there for Floxy. This is dangerous.
Oh, no.
And that might... Oh, hold on. Still alive.
Yeah, don't count. Gets that piece over to the left.
She is just barely staying alive here.
Gets
but
another
level
piece
29 is coming soon. It's only 13 lines away. This has got to come down ASAP, and that missed 5-tap is going to hurt. And I think that's going to be it. So Floxy is topped out at 970. Heps is in a chase down. Needs about a Tetris and a half, but it's going to have to do it on 29.
It is all up to Heps to get those little few points on the level 29 speeds.
19,000 points.
That board is climbing, though.
Now
Can he bring it down?
This is not free.
He
The
doesn't
square
get the square. He needs
and can't get the 5-tap, and Floxay will hold on and force a game 4.
Wow, that extra pace for Floxay, that is what helps her hold on. Hep's just not able to score those points on the 29 speeds.
And that goes back to what we were saying after game 1 when Floxay was trailing going into 29, but this time having the lead, and that forced her opponent to try to go aggressive.
And so that shows.
Up top, I was just about to say Evesy was in a bit of a dangerous situation, but did get a bar for Tetris. And they're transitioning to 19 up there, 564 for Hydrant, 463 for Evesy.
And we got some Floxay fans in the audience.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of it behind me.
Telling her just two more games.
Yeah, I think it's the gentleman in the barbershop hat behind me that's making all the noise. All right, so we're just waiting on countdown over here. We are ready to go. Let's count them down for game number 4 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
And as we were doing the countdown, Hydrant got a crucial left well Tetris.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well done.
And it was a clean transfer to the right, too. So.
Yeah, but
now
really bad pieces now, so isn't really able to capitalize on it.
25 pieces. And finally we'll get the bar, and we'll bring that down. That has allowed Evesy to catch up. It's only about a Tetris and a half difference.
But now Hydrant in scoring position. So, and as we've seen, Hydrant able to maybe play a little bit more efficiently than Eve. And so this might not be good for Eve, but we don't know. Anything can happen on these speeds.
Tetris for Evesy. And there's
Tetris
the Tetris
for Hydrant.
So it's about a 74,000 point lead right now.
Oh, those pieces are so bad right now for Evesy.
Ooh.
Not helping that stack at all. Is going to have to burn a little bit.
Evesy trying to get the pieces over. A little bit of pole volleying action happening.
Looks like still tapping right now. Hasn't quite made the switch.
All right. So Evesy has cleaned it up.
And yes, but Hydrant now with a 100,000 point lead as a result of just
Heps
one
is
dig.
Really high here. Heps needs something for the right, and the left is not very well filled out, but it is filled out enough.
Oh, no, look at that square.
Oh, no,
Didn't make it.
In a bad spot.
He's going to need
now.
something. Where are the pieces?
Heps is surviving this, though.
And that is not good for Heps.
Oh, that
Heps
is very high.
Getting the pieces, though.
He's still staying alive.
Getting the pieces,
Are
though.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God. It looks like he might get... He is
he's out of this.
He's going to get out of that.
Out of this.
Wow.
And there's the bar. Boom, Tetris.
Really well done for Heps. Just barely surviving that. Could have easily topped out if the wrong piece came.
I think that was 18 high in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get out of that?
Wow. Over on the top, Hydrant has maxed out. Eve at 859, 2 lines away with 1 misdrop. That is not good right now.
Oh, this is bad for Evesy. Needs a bar. There's the bar.
There's
the
bar.
Double, but now needs a 5-tap to the left on 29.
Gets it.
And another one.
Oh, no. Wait, no. That's Skim?
Is that? This is
really good
rough.
piece, though.
Oh,
no.
Doesn't make it over, and Hydrant's going to take it
in a
3-0.
sweep.
So GG's to Hydrant, and Evesy certainly with a valiant effort.
Yeah, really great showing from Evesy in her debut CTWC. Congratulations. But it will be Hydrant moving on to the top 32 yet again.
Indeed. Meanwhile, on the bottom, we have our 4th game still going. Even through that dig from Heps, Floxay only has an 18,000 point lead and the worst board at the moment, although that square for Heps is a little concerning, but he'll bring that down and dig that out in short order.
And, Floxay, is she going to go for it?
Oh, no, not during this drought.
Oh, but
Oh, whoa, no.
Oh, no.
Bar goes over.
Gets the bar. The next bar. Oh, my God. And now it's looking a little scary.
Oh, that square is badly timed. That is an awful pit in the middle there.
Yeah.
And
Those
another
pieces.
drought coming in.
Gets the bar, thankfully. But this is.
Oh, my God. There's the bar. Needs something left. Just throws a square over there.
Gets that
Oh,
J.
there's a bar finally coming at the right time.
Wow.
You know, Haps hasn't taken much advantage of this. It's only a 21,000 point lead. So if Floxy can get out of this relatively quickly here, it's not going to be as bad as you might think. There we go. We got them on the full screen here.
Floxy still trying to work on this stack. But those pieces are, those are great pieces.
Oh, nice.
And
she
yes,
should be able to get out of this here with that
she's
L.
going to be out of it and gets the Tetris.
Boom Tetris for Floxy.
What a dig for Floxy. Keeping things alive here.
And at the perfect time, too, as we're about to transition to level 19.
Yeah, just 5 lines away for Floxy. 1 Tetris away for both of these players. And those 2 long bars are great. Floxy transitions at 426.
And Haps about to transition here with the next double, 463, a Tetris and a half ahead. Here we go, level 19.
Those pieces are not quite great for Floxy here.
He's going to have to deal with this dependency, and does.
Yes, but misses that T to the left. Really needs a long bar now.
There it is.
Gets
Boom
it.
Tetris and gets the one to the left. So she'll stay alive, but Haps is taking advantage of this. Couple Tetrises, 86,000 points ahead, but misses the S flat to the left.
So he's going to have to burn a little. Floxy making some pretty creative decisions. Could actually, oh no, but
yeah,
misdrops a couple of other pieces. So now both of them are in a little bit of a dig. Yes. I would say Haps' board is definitely a lot cleaner here. Oh, but no.
Oh, no.
He gets the next one. No, but look on the other side.
Oh, finally the 5-tap works for Floxy.
Floxy gets 2 bars over. That is some insane rolling. Oh, my word. What a dig for both of them.
And Haps is out of the dig first.
Floxy needs a bit more to be able to score a Tetris.
Floxy going to try to take care of that hole, but we'll hit the bar down for the double.
Yes.
And it's going to stay alive here.
A setup for the center well. Wants that long bar probably.
Where is this bar?
Where is it?
There's no bar.
Another drought. No.
And the bar comes way too late.
And now Haps with a 100,000 point lead.
But the good news is Floxy's down to the bottom and clean again. So still alive. We'll get the Tetris there. Back by 4 Tetrises here on level 25.
Haps gets another Tetris going up to 704.
And 547 for Floxy. Looking for the bar right there. It is. Boom Tetris.
Okay, really nice burn there. Stays open.
Missed the L left there. So it's now burning towards the middle of the board.
Stuck in another situation.
Oh, no. SZ burst. This is hard.
That is tricky.
Oh
no.
Misses the T, but gets the other one. Still okay.
Okay, gets that T over.
Oh, but no. Can't get the bar around. And that's going to be it.
Floxy is done. And Haps, with a 200,000 point lead, is going to take it 3 games to 1.
So congratulations to Haps. We'll move on to the round of 32.
And let's see what Haps does here. Closing in on transition. Let's see if he can eke those points out on kill screen and get that max out.
Well, let's see. There's the bar. There's the Tetris.
925. Got that square all over to the right.
That was 2 bars.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, close enough.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
just
just
gonna
nah,
throw it in, but 9:36, and it will be enough to move on to round 1. So
GG's. And again, great showing from Flockstate, making it to the top 48, and also great survival, showing us that she is a player to watch out for going forward.
absolutely, that was a pretty good showing from Heps. It's going to be scary in the next round. We'll see what he can do. So, so let's see.
Yeah.
So before we get on to our next round here, we'll just quickly give a brief word from a couple of our sponsors here. And the sponsors, of course, making things happen here. It is how we're able to continue to do this. And let me find the first one here. Our first sponsor is going to be Hyperkin. They have sponsored the CTWC since the beginning. And over the past year, they've helped the Tetris communities around the world by sending them NES consoles and controllers. Hyperkin leads the way in the retro and modern entertainment industry with unique, fun, and innovative items, including the Retron console.
Which I have.
There you go. And check them out at hyperkin.com. Let's game. I use their PCBs in my controllers. They're very good.
Yeah,
I like them.
Thank you so much to Hyperkin. And our next sponsor, we would like to talk a little bit about, I'm sure some of you have heard about these Tetris gummies. So you can celebrate your love for Tetris by getting these Tetris gummies. So get ready to just you can show your love for Tetris with these just delicious Tetris gummies. We are talking all 7 pieces. That is long bar, S piece, Z piece, you name it. And also a special bonus piece, which is a Gamer's Paradise in gummy form. So you do not want to miss out on this. Get yours right now.
I never get the long bar out of there.
Yeah, and hopefully you will be lucky. So make sure to check them out. They will be around the convention, right?
Yeah, you can purchase them from the front desk if you're in the building. So
yeah,
they are here.
So if you are at the convention center right now, you can go ahead to the front desk, show your support for Tetris, celebrate this game that we all love, and yeah, thank you so much.
All right, looks like we're starting to get our players up on screen for our next game. This is going to be pretty exciting. We're going to have Rhubarb taking on ID Kirby.
Ooh.
Which, I mean, why is this a round 0 match?
Yeah, what? Like, that is crazy.
That is nuts. And then the other matchup is Wallband versus Jerpy.
Wow.
So yeah, we're getting some good matches over here.
Like, again, don't sleep out on Classic Tetris 2. This is also a really it is just insane. Everything is crazy here. You do not want to miss out on Classic Tetris 2 action.
Indeed.
So, yeah, we'll be starting in a little bit. So hang tight, everyone.
And Rhubarb, someone you know fairly well.
Yes.
You've played him a few times.
Yep. Both just Minnesota. We have a long time rivalry.
Yeah.
I think I'm better now, but like, I mean, he did beat me that one time, like just a few months ago. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
So,
forgot about that.
Like, again, pretty good player.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully we'll be getting started here fairly soon. Because I know we're running a little bit behind because of the technical difficulties. Hopefully those are behind us and we're going to have nothing but Tetris from here on out.
We did actually finish around the same time, despite everything.
Yeah,
So.
we're a little behind, but we went through it pretty quick, so that's pretty good.
Yep. Yeah. If any of you are aware, there's OBS crashed during the middle of our first game, and that slowed things down a little bit, but we were able to pick things back up, and now we are actually right on schedule. So thank you so much to our tech crew for just keeping everything moving, getting things fixed as much as possible. We love you so much. Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Indeed. Couldn't do this without them. So there's a very interesting rivalry between Rhubarb and Kirby here to talk about. First of all, they are lifetime one-on-one.
Yes. So tied here going into CTWC. I believe Kirby Rhubarb won actually first in the 2024 CTM Mega Masters. That is the prestigious online Tetris tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then the very next year, ID Kirby snuck back in and took the set from Rhubarb. So very, very, very big rivalry there.
Absolutely.
And now they're competing to break the tie on the biggest stage.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to be pretty interesting because, ID Kirby's been pretty good for a while.
Yes.
But recently, he has exploded in skill. And,
yes.
It's going to be interesting here. I feel like Seed 45 does not speak to his skill right now.
Yeah, no. Definitely not at all. Like,
yeah. In fact, he's got the better PB by about 600,000. So
yeah. Like, both of these players are, like, just insane. And despite the, like, large seeding difference, these players are a lot closer than you think. And so we are probably going to see a really intense matchup going all the way to kill screen, going beyond.
Yeah,
it's going to be so exciting.
I'm seeing that the Rhubarb used to be ranked in the 20s, and I'm assuming in the Premier poll that is. And last received votes in December. I feel like I put him in the poll since then. But Rhubarb is very, very good in competition. I had the pleasure to do his quals last year, like yours, and he did very well in those qualifiers. So
yes, 10 max outs, I believe, right?
And then this year coming back, and I think that if my glasses don't deceive me, I think that says seed 20. So. So pretty good, given how the top seeds went this year. Seed 20 is pretty good.
Yes, yeah, for sure. Like, just the whole like top 16. You needed like 12 or so max outs, right?
Yeah.
So just being able to get to number 20 is a pretty big achievement.
Yep. Meanwhile, up top, we have Jerpy and Wallbant. Wallbant currently holds a 2-0 record in CTL sets back in 2023, so obviously a lot has changed since then.
Yeah, I believe both of them have just gotten a lot better, so...
Indeed. And I think one of the most interesting things about Jerpy is Jerpy's grip.
Yes.
She is one of the few players that can play holding the Tetris controller
just like
I want to say normally, but I don't want to sound insulting to all the rollers out there. But they hold it like a normal person would and rolls with one hand.
Yeah, like doing with a lot of other rollers, you see them use one of their hands to sort of like hold down on the buttons, but Jerpy is doing that with one hand. And so she has probably the most unique grip of any roller, any player even.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Wallbant, I hear Wallbant and I think of someone who is a very good player.
Yes.
Occasionally can have a breakout performance. So I'm really looking forward to see what he can do here. He is a former DAS player, was second place in the CT DAS test tournament. And this says has the highest non-Jonas DAS ELO ever. So second place off of Jonas. That's pretty insane.
That is insane. So in the DAS world, Wallbant also pretty good. And so...
Like, I did not know he was that cracked in DAS. Like, you say
me
DAS
neither.
and I think of I think of Andy, I think of Geo, I think of Fractal, you know, I don't think of Wallband.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah, but he is up there, and so really, really solid player. Definitely, and as you've seen, like, those top DAS players are also the top players. And so we can see what Wallband can do just with that DAS skill. Let's see if.
So.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting. A super exciting 2 matches here.
Yep.
And I believe we're going to get started soon-ish.
Yeah, we are about ready to get going here. These players are finishing up their warm-ups. Big shout-outs to Fractal, who's doing judging for this round.
Yes, we
not
all
only,
know.
Not only do the top players play well, they help out. And
yes.
Just like you. And, you know, it's just so cool to see the whole community come together to put on such a great event. So.
I mean, I think Fractal's doing a lot better of a job than I am. I'm just here. I'm chilling. But I'm having a lot of fun. Are you?
I'm sorry?
I'm having a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, this event's been so much fun. We are ready to go. So let's go ahead and we're gonna wait for them, or because we're gonna do a simul countdown.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do a simul countdown here. So, but we are ready over on our side, and Katsugiri trying to get the other side ready.
Yeah, it looks like they're still waiting.
Well, it should just be a moment or two, and we will be underway. Red Shirt and Opox are going crazy over on their station on CT1. All right. You're good? I think we're just waiting for the countdown. All right, we have thumbs up. All right, let's go ahead and count it down. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. All right. Buko. So clean starts here.
Yeah, very solid starts from all of these players. I believe all of them are rolling.
Yes.
Very different from last match where we did see a little bit of tapping from Evesy.
Yeah, a little bit of tap roll there.
So now it is just rolling all the way.
Yep. Had a little bit of a drought out the bottom, which has roughed up both players' boards a bit. So scoring will be on hold a little bit, but neither player in any danger.
Definitely not. And Rhubarb gets that Tetris. Kirby not quite able to get one yet, but
there we go.
Is going to get one. Yes.
Yeah, that right side's going to need some help. And he's just going to take a quick skim to open things up and get that Tetris ready board. Just needs a bar. Oh, hold on. Uh-oh.
That
yeah, I say get the bar, and the game says, what bar? I don't have any bars. There we go. Triple. We'll bring this down. So Rhubarb will take a slight lead here.
But not too much of a lead just yet. Still pretty early on.
Yep. Early drought up top, too, but both players survived that very well. Let's see. Wallband 17,000 points ahead.
Drippy has to cover the well a little bit, but
yeah, what happened to Rhubarb?
It's going to be clean.
Rhubarb getting this open up, though. Just needs a bar. Very nice time, Jay, to fill out the left side. That is very crucial when you're this high up on the board.
Oh.
It gets the bar over for the Tetris. Meanwhile, Kirby having to take a pretty nice skim there.
Isn't going to hurt him too much here. And so still neck and neck for both of the top players. I mean, for the bottom players. Sorry. I'm still a little new to this.
202 for Kirby, 198 for Rhubarb. Neck and neck on the bottom. Up top, Wallband getting a little bit of a well there in the middle, but we'll get a Tetris to help things out.
Oh, beautiful burn there for Jerpy.
Yeah, that square was exactly what you needed.
Yeah, neck and neck at the top. 248 for Jerpy, 263 for Wallband. Looking pretty good are both of them. At the bottom, though, Rhubarb does have to take a few burns. And so that's going to slow him down a little bit.
Oh, misdrop for Wallband up top of the S. That's going to be annoying, but I don't think it's going to be dangerous.
He's going to get a Tetris, so definitely going to help bring that board down a little bit.
Yeah, this is a pretty good burnout there. Yep. So while these players are playing on 18, let's go ahead and remind you that we have the Matcherino, !Matcherino in chat. This is our prize pool that's currently over $12,000.
Wow.
And this is going to our players at the end of the tournament. The better they do, the more money they get. So if you want to see them get more money, that you can go to Matcherino.com, use the link in chat, !Matcherino, and you will be able to donate directly to the prize pool.
And thank you to Ren for doing the command in the chat. So you can go ahead and support us at that link. So anything will help. We just want to make sure that these players get what they get the money that they deserve, and so please contribute to us. Thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. Checking on scores, this is still a very close pair of matches here. 438 for Wallband, 401 for Jerpy. On the bottom, it's 442 for Kirby, 418 for Rhubarb.
Neck and neck for everyone, actually.
Yeah, for a moment they were all on 105 lines. There's the bar Tetris. 2 Tetrises for Rhubarb.
Wow.
Boom, boom.
And a little bit. Oh, Wallband. Okay.
Yeah, a bit of slowdown for Wallband,
but
shouldn't be.
Should be okay. Yeah.
That tee's very nice.
Yeah, very, very nice.
And he will open up the right side. So we're approaching level 19 here. And Kirby will go in first at 560. Rhubarb about to head in. There's the bar. There's the Tetris. 537. Meanwhile, up top, it's 526 for Jerpy, 519 for Wallband into level 19. Both of these games are very close. Wallband playing one row up at the moment. Oh, a bit of a mess drop from Kirby. Kirby's in a lot of trouble here. Can he get out of this? Needs a bar to the right. Is not going to get in time. Rhubarb is in a chase down and needs 568. But this is a 35-piece drought. Will get the bar, and Rhubarb will take game number 1. Kirby succumbing to the 36-piece drought. And even at the top level, those droughts are so rough if you're not prepared for them. Meanwhile, up top, Jerpy 635, Wallband 610. They're on level 21. Both players with good-looking boards.